Hey y'all, it is Hope at Crafty Hope, and I am continuing to share with y'all my process for ICAD 2019. This is a challenge done by Tammy Garcia of Daisy Yellow in June and July. The information about ICAD is below, and though it's over, it takes a little while to get these videos edited and voiced over and all of that, and so I am going to go ahead and share the whole 61 with y'all, and I'm doing them 3 at a time. And this one is, what did I say? This is 49, 50, and 51. And so this one, each day Tammy has prompts for the challenge. And the prompt for this one was billboard. So I took my 4x6 index card and just took some strips of, what is that, scrapbook paper that I had from another project and glued those straight on there to kind of signify like the poles that go up to a billboard. And then I put just a little bit of acrylic paint, kind of a green down at the bottom, a little bit of a blue at the top to signify, the grass and the sky. And then I'm adding a bit of little dashes, some mark making with a Sharpie paint pen. It's a water-based paint pen in black. Like I said, just a couple little dashes on there. And then I'm looking for just a little piece of something to put my sentiment on. And I decided, well, it took me a little while. You see here, I'm thinking, trying to figure out what I want to put, what I want to use to put it down with. So I'm grabbing, I think it's just a pen that I'm writing the words, signs, everywhere signs. Now that's from an old song from like the 60s or 70s. And I got the lyrics wrong because the actual original lyrics are signs everywhere a sign, but there's another version by Tesla or something that's I don't know, that has something else. So I think it's okay, but the sentiment is there with the prompt billboard. So I'm just gluing that down. I wrote that onto a piece of craft paper. And I just glued it down with my glue stick after I, inked up the edges of both my sentiment and the outside of my card to frame both of those up. And I'm adding just a couple little highlights to it to give it kind of that brush stroke look, but it's not like expertly done. You'll see here. It's whatever. So, but that one was done. It was really quick. The next one's really quick too. So let's get to it. For card 50 is escape, and other than the fact that I drive a Ford Escape, when I think of escape I think of going to the beach. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that this is another one of those cards that I'm not a super huge fan of, but it came together super quick and I kind of like that. But I think for me there's something about just working straight on that index card that I'm not really super keen on, because the other one I did that with was my pool one, and that one was my least favorite, and this one may be my second least favorite. But I'm glad I kind of stretched my limits of drawing and all of that, and it worked out okay. So what I'm doing is a beach, basically just a piece of sand with a palm tree and some water, and I am only using my Neocolor 2s, which is a water-soluble crayon, and a paintbrush with some water, and that's it. So I've drawn my palm tree as best as I can, and I've got me a little beach there going on, and then I'm going to take just the 2 colors of blue I have and draw a horizon line and use my darker blue for the water and my lighter blue for the sky, and I'll add a couple little accents here at the end. But beyond that, that's all this card is. And I mean, looking at it, I really do kind of like what I did with it, but it's just not a favorite card for this one, but it's definitely represents my favorite escape. Well, I mean, I also like my pool, but the beach is definitely my happy place, and as I know is many people's, and part of the reason I don't go down there during the summer, because there's too many people. So I like a deserted beach, kind of like I've made in the picture here, my own little private oasis. So I'm going to finish this one up. I don't even ink the edges or anything of it, and we'll get to the next one. So for the third card in this this series is card number 51, and the prompt for it was number. Now, this is my favorite card in this set of 3, I think because of the layering and stuff I did to it. So I started this process by just writing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the card, and with a water-soluble graphite pencil, and then I just kind of wet that down real quick, and just use a big brush to kind of brush across it. And this, you never even see that in the background, but it just got me started with the whole number theme. That way, no matter what direction I took, I knew I had numbers on there. And I just took a little acrylic paint and my brayer and went across the whole thing, just to add a little bit of color before I glue down a couple pieces of, what is that, ledger paper. Now this ledger paper, the pieces I used, you can actually see the numbers from the edge of it on there. And so that's why I used it. I kind of just layer numbers on numbers on numbers on this card since the prompt was number. So like I said, there's some washi tape that's got numbers on it. So I'm just going to stick that down in a couple places. Adding more numbers. It's, yeah. It works out perfect. And I really, right there, I just love how that card looks so far. That's, I don't know, something about that ledger paper and the washi tape and all of that is great. And that is I think it's a Brea Reese glitter pen or glitter marker or something in black. And I just wanted to get a little black down there to echo the black that's on that washi tape. So I just kind of, I don't know, smooshed it around a little bit. And then I'm going through my hand carved stamps looking for something to add to it. And I use this, it's one of my older ones, stamp that's, I don't know, it's almost like maybe a bullseye or something, but it's also, it's a big circle, so that could be a 0 maybe. And I put that down with a yellow Distress Oxide. I can't think of the color. Maybe Fossilized Amber, maybe. And then I had a couple pieces of scrap paper and stuff on my desk. One of them is a piece of cheesecloth with a touch of pink on it from a tea dye that I had done. And it also has a bit of black thread kind of stuck to it as well, and I thought that was kind of perfect. So to incorporate that pink that's kind of on that piece of cheesecloth, I used a pink Colorex crayon to scribble some pink on there. And then I've got a piece of I don't know, like newsprint that had a touch of that same pink tea dye on it. So I thought that worked well together to layer this stack. And what I've got as the topper for the focal is a ticket of some kind that I received in some kind of mail thing. And it's got a bit of like indigo blue on it. So I went around on the card a little bit with some indigo blue just to get that color, bring it in. And then I'm using some Prima, I think that's 3D gloss gel, to glue this whole little stack together with my cheesecloth and then my piece of newsprint and then this old ticket. And that, I think, is just about it for this card. I'm trying to think. I think I may, I'm going to add some more of that pink on there around the outside of my stamps and wet it a little bit just to kind of make it blend a little bit more. And I don't know, I really love that those Colorex are so soft and they blend well and they rub well and all of that. So I'm just getting that to work. And is that it? I'm trying to remember. Oh, and I've still got that graphite pencil sitting there. So I add a couple little dashes over on the side and then wet that. I think I just wanted some more mark making brought in. I do that over on the right side as well. And then I'm going to call it done, I think. No. Gosh, why can't I remember what I did? So I just took a pencil and went around the inside of those stamp circles just to highlight them a little. It's nothing that stands out, but gave them some shadow. And then that's it. All right, guys, so if you like this, make sure to give me a thumbs up and share that love. And make sure to subscribe so you can see more from me. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.